have a new sketches for the 6x6 paper pads for you guys. This is sketch number 16, and I'm going to be using Keller's Creations paper. This paper I've used a couple times before, or this company I've used a couple times before. This one is one of their beach lines, and I thought it was perfect for some cruise photos of me and my mom. And I really like that, I guess it's a grid style design on the right hand side of the layout, where you cut the paper down to triangles. So you basically just cut the 6x6 piece of paper in half and then use those triangles to form a square. On the left hand side of the layout, we will have an additional 5 photos. So I'm just cutting them down because I do print them, and they don't actually turn out to be 4x6. So I just went ahead and left the white border at the top and the bottom, and I was okay with that. I don't really mind that there's the white border. It also gives your eye a place to rest. Now, behind the photos and behind the square piece on the right are these smaller strips, and I went ahead and used my banner punch to punch some banner pieces at the top and the bottom, and then I just alternated the colors from the paper that was in this collection. So the way that Keller's Creation does hers is she always does like a fun print on the one side and then like a tone on tone on the other side. So most of the ones that I used were the tone on tones, just because some of them are not necessarily smaller prints, so you wouldn't be able to see them when they were cut down to that like 1/4 inch size. But this layout came together super quickly, and I think that the colors are perfect for a cruise picture. I believe they're actually like more for the beach as opposed to a cruise, but I was able to pull out a couple of different ones in the embellishment pieces to make it work. I did line up the left-hand side and the right-hand side of the layout so that I can make sure that my banners are somewhat straight, just because they are separated so much. It doesn't matter if they're like a little bit off, but I did want to make them, you know, at least close. Once I get the banner pieces down, I am going to go ahead and add the other pieces, and I did end up changing the one on the left to that swirly. I really like those 2 swirl colors, the pink on blue and then the blue on pink. I just think that it's a really pretty elegant paper there. Did feel like my photo was getting lost in the square, so I went ahead and mounted it on white cardstock and used fun foam to pop it up just to give it a little bit more dimension. This cruise was for my mom's birthday a couple years ago when she turned 55. That was, you know, one of those kind of big milestones, and she had never been on a cruise before, so we just took a weekend cruise. It wasn't anything long, but it was her first cruise, and she had an amazing time. And so these were just photos of us before the cruise left. So like we were still in the dock waiting for everybody to get on and all that stuff. So we were just walking around checking out the boat. So the pieces that I was able to pull out that weren't beachy or could be used for a cruise were from the circle pieces. I used Happy as a Clam, My Escape, Float Away, and Saltwater Soothes the Soul. So I think that is all works for cruises. And then I also pulled out 2 other pieces, a tag piece that says I could get used to this, and another piece that says I love salt air. So I think that worked really well with all of the different pieces. Now I did start out with the card that says me and you and the sunset, I think is what it was, but then realized that all of these photos were during the day, and that probably didn't work very well. So I was like, let me pull that off, and I will use that for another set of photos that I have that we took at sunset up on the dock there. So that card there will be switched out here in just a few minutes. Now I do have those bottle caps. I got those from Hobby Lobby. They're in the white, and I have 2 of them that I'm going to use. They are pretty awesome. They're reasonably priced. I think they're like $5 or $6. You can use your coupons. They're a Paper Studio products, so you can, you know, catch them on half price. And you use a 1-inch punch to punch out anything. It could be pattern paper, it could be things like this where it has the actual sayings on it, and it really makes your own embellishment. You just use the 1-inch punch. It fits perfectly inside the bottle cap, and it gives it dimension. It, like, the bottle cap is like pushed in, so it's not a lot of dimension on it that like a regular bottle cap would be, if that makes any sense. This collection also does come with letters. The way that she does the letters is 6 by 12 sheet of paper, and she puts the colors on there. I was going to go ahead and put the entire title in this blue, but it was just so big that I couldn't make it work. So I went ahead and just used the word away, and then you can see here where I am cutting out we and go from the alphabet sheets that she has. And I was able to pull them out in only 2 colors. They have like all the colors of the kit, but luckily I was just able to get it in those 2 colors. So I like the way that that looks, because it's like pink and khaki, and then khaki and pink. So I did just put that flat to the layout. I didn't add any fun foam or anything like that to the back of them. And then I went ahead and pulled out my enamel shapes. I used a couple of white hearts and a couple of navy enamel shapes. I think that I didn't really have any other colors that matched, and the navy doesn't really match very well, but it goes along with it, so I'm good with it. Here is my final layout. If you are in group 1 or 2 of the Facebook group, I can't wait to see all of your interpretation of this sketch. So thanks everyone for watching. If you enjoyed this video, if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up, I'd really appreciate it. If you haven't done so already and you want to see more double page layout inspiration, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I hope everyone has a scrappy day.